Hope you guys are ready for a blast from the past. So we go ahead and take a look at Booster Pack 6, Breaker of Limits. This is the first set that introduces Limit Break. Of course, after the trial deck had some cards that had that effect, we also get the first time we get to see Blonde Ezel, as well as Narukami, Gold Paladin, and Angel Feather finally make their debut in this set. Let's jump right into it. So opening up the box, as you can tell here, it is a very chunky box, similar to the to the Onslaught of Dragon Souls that we had last time. So it is a nice fat box with, I believe, 30 packs. 30 packs and a total of 5 cards per each pack. I wanted to sort of test something out here as we go ahead and take a look at the first pack here. Looks pretty cool. It's the same design as the box, 10 is pretty cool. There is, I think, if I remember correctly, a slightly smaller card pool or slightly larger card pool actually, than we're used to from the other boxes, so we might not see as much of the same cards, but also supposedly there's a trigger in each of these packs. There's also supposed to be a box topper in the early versions of this set, but I did not get that, so I guess I have a later version, which kind of makes sense considering when this comes out. So, got ourselves here, first Angel Feather card, the Thousand Ray Pegasus here, we got our Gold Paladin card, and we got ourselves a trigger, so it seems like it is indeed confirmed. Then we got ourselves our rare here, the Phoenix Calamity Flame. I really like this card from Angel Feather. It's a grade 3. When a card is put into your damage zone and you have an Angel Feather Vanguard, this gets an additional 2k power. So it's basically the same as the Pegasuses, which do the same effect, except they're grade 1 and then the other one's grade 2. Got ourselves a Forerunner here for Narukami, which is pretty cool unless you look for a grade 3. We got the Garth. We got ourselves the Brightlands Dragon, and then a stand trigger here for Angel Feather. Our rare is going to actually be a double rare here in the Death Seeker Thanatos. So this says auto on Rearguard Circle. You can counter blast 1 and retire this unit after its attack hits a Vanguard, and you have a Grand Blue Vanguard. You can then choose a Grand Blue card other than itself from your drop and call it to rear. At the Satellite Fall Dragon, I believe this is one of the first promos we get in this set. Take a look at the history of Vanguard video for more information on that. The last card here is actually going to be the rare, the Miracle Feather Nurse, which is the grade 0 for the ride chain for Cosmic Healer Airdrill. So it just says when you ride over with the specific grade 1, you can look at the top 7 for either the grade 3 or the grade 2, I believe, and then if not, you call this out if it was specifically an Angel Feather card. Here's another one of the promos in Cup Brawler here. We got Kung Fu Kid, Dead Charge Dragon. We got the Critical Hit Angel. Nice critical trigger for Angel Feather. And then we got the Vanilla here, Gatling Shot Burial for Angel Feather. Battle Flag Knight Lodine. I really like this card. She's very pretty. Got ourselves Black Tortoise, Red River Dragoon. Pretty iconic card. Beautiful art. Got ourselves the Critical Trigger Flame of Victory, and we got a very nice, I had no idea this was in double rare. This is the Sligo Dagger, grade 1 for Gold Paladin. It says on Vanguard or on Rare, you can counter blast 1 if you have 4 or more Gold Paladin rear guards to have this guy get 2k. It's not once per turn, so I guess that's nice. First we got the Black Tortoise, now we got ourselves the Sacred Bird. Got ourselves a Muscle Hercules, pretty cool. Got ourselves a stand trigger here for Gold Paladin. And then our rare is actually going to be the Fate Healer Argodale, which if you have the grade 1 of this ride chain in your soul, this gets 10k. And then when you ride over it with the grade 3, you choose 2 cards from your hand, put them into your damage, and then choose 2 cards from your damage zone, add them to your hand. Lizard Soldier, we got ourselves Little Battler Tron, and Rising Phoenix, very iconic card. Got a really cute Dragon Dancer Katharina here, very similar to Dragon Dancer Monica in Kagero. And our last card here is going to be the rare Drill Bullet Genial here. So this is for Angel Feather. It has a generic effect that if you have the Vanguard from a specific clan, when it attacks a Vanguard, it gets plus 2k as a grade 3. Got ourselves Kungal here, the Almighty Reporter, the Hex Cannon Wyvern. Then we got ourselves this really cool looking stand trigger here, which is the Hades Steersman. So if this is in drop, when a grade 3 Grand Blue is placed, you can actually call this out to the same column. And then we got ourselves the SP. Oh my god, we actually got an SP. Too bad it's this guy. This is the Mega Blast for Gold Paladin, Knight of Fury Argrain. So, beginning of your turn, when this is your Vanguard, you Soul Charge 1, and he gets plus 2k to the end of the turn. Then you can Counterblast 8. Soul Blast 8, Counterblast 5. I'm so hyped to the fact that it's an SP. Until the end of the game, this unit gets a critical. And also, it gets 1k for each of your Gold Paladin rears. So it's a pretty nifty little, Mega Blast. It lasts the whole game, but by then, it's basically the end of the game. Can't believe this thing is an SP. I'm sure it's not worth a lot, because, it's not exactly a sought-out card or anything like that. I'll put up the original card so you can maybe take a notice, aside from maybe the foiling. See if you can notice the difference. I don't actually know if it's the kind of thing where it's like you only get 1 SP per box. I was kind of hoping to get something like Ezel, an SP, but I guess not. Got ourselves to the Jin. Then we got ourselves Master Swordsman Nightstorm here, who has the same effect as Genial, where it just gets 2k when it attacks the Vanguard. Moa Giant. Gig Attack Commander, Ripple Banshee, very cool card. Got ourselves Flame of Victory again, and then we got ourselves the Deadly Nightmare here. So you can Counterblast 2. Well, actually, no, this says Soul Blast 2. Oh, interesting. I thought this was Counterblast 2. Soul Blast 2 from your drop, and then retire one of your rears. That is Grand Blue to call this out. Cool. Yes, baby, we got the Million Ray Pegasus. Something goes into your damage zone. If you have an Angel for the Vanguard, this gets plus 2k. Got the Clutch Rifle Angel, as well as the Holy Zone Feminum. Very cool. Then we got ourselves Turbo Riser. It's a lot of the stuff that I like in that pack. Then we got ourselves the Deadly Spirit. Very similar to the Deadly Nightmare. Both say you Soul Blast and then choose a grade 1 or greater rear guard, retire, that's Grand Blue, and then call this out. Got a super interesting card here in Child of Frank, who ironically in Vanguard 0 got a really huge buff. It was either him, I'm pretty sure it was him that let you search out like the grade 3 version, but here he just Counterblast once to get 1k. We got ourselves Undead Pirate of the Frigid Knight. Very cool card. Then we got ourselves Undead Pirate of the Cursed Rifle here. Very cool card. This says, oh, this is just to discard to get a little bit of power. We got ourselves another Katrina here. And our rare is actually going to be the 3-star Chef Pietro here. So whenever this attacks Vanguard and it hits, if you have a Grand Blue Vanguard, you countercharge 1. I keep thinking when I see Grand Blue that it's actually Gold Paladin. Also, the card art on this looks super interesting here. Next up, we got ourselves the original Greed Shade. Got ourselves the Carrier of Life Water. Very beautiful Dr. Rogue here. And then finally, the Skeletal Demon World Knight here. Skeletal Demon World Knight. So this is for the Grand Blue Ride Chain for cock-ass tits. Here where you can ride him from your drop. Got another super cool looking art card here in the God-Eating Zombie Shark. Such an amazing, crazy name. It's a fucking shark getting eaten by another shark. Like, what the fudge? And all it does is this is boosted by Grand Blue and it gets plus 2k. I got ourselves a Dragon Spirit, another one of the Frigid Knights. We got the Hook-Wielding Zombie for a draw trigger. Ooh, we got ourselves the Love Machine Gun. No CL here. Very beautiful. Foiling on this. So this is a double rare. This says when you play this, you can choose an Angel Feather card from your hand, put it into your damage zone, and then choose a card from your damage zone, put it into your hand. So you don't have to choose an Angel Feather card that's in your damage zone to add from your hand, which is nice, but you in general want to play all Angel Feather for this deck anyways. Got ourselves Pulse Wave Adriel here, as well as the Greed Shade, whoops, the John the Ghosty here. We got ourselves Critical Hit Angel, and finally the Lizard Soldier Saishin here. Very cool card. Has a 4 vulnerability, and it has the ability to counterblast 1, put itself into Soul when it boosts a Vanguard and it hits a Vanguard, or no, when it just hits a Vanguard. It doesn't have to boost a Vanguard specifically. It has to boost a Narukami. Then you can go ahead and retire one of your opponent's grade 0 rear guards. You can snipe their Barkle or their Lu or something like that with this. Hey, we got the Storm Ride Ghost Ship, which has the Restraint keyword. In order to actually be able to attack with this, something has to be called out from drop. For that turn, we got ourselves the grade 1 here, the Skeleton Colossus. So this allows you to call up the World Knight, which then lets you call out Cockpits. This is the Red Card Dealer, very cool. And then we got ourselves the Mobile Hospital Feather Palace, which is the Mega Blast unit for Angel Feather here. So same thing, Soul Charge at the beginning of the turn to get 2k. Then you Soul Blast 8 and Counterblast 5 when this hits a Vanguard. And if you do, choose a card from your damage zone for each of your Angel Feather rear guards and heal them. So you can technically heal 5 damage. Counterblast up to 5, screw that. I'll just go back down to 0. Dragon Spirit, the Lancet Shooter, and then the Lightning Charger, which I thought those were really cool. Hook-wielding Zombie, and then we got ourselves Mage of Calamity Trip. I used to love this card so much. He looked really cool in SP in Vanguard 0, so I always really wanted to pull in that game to get that. But this just says whenever this hits a Vanguard, if you have a Gold Paladin Vanguard, you can countercharge 1. Another Pegasus here, as well as John the Ghost, Gold, God Zombie, the Sun Assassin Angel, and then the Chrisman Lion Cub, which lets you take Gareth and the grade 2 Bailmains, put it to Shoal, and then ride into Blonde Ezel. Skeleton Assault Troops Captain, very cool here. Got the Gigatech Crusher, which I guess sort of got a retain recently. Here's the grade 1, the Heavenly Injector for the Ride Chain. Got ourselves the Banquet Toss Messenger, and then we got a double R here, the Vira Emperor Indra here. So counterblast 1 when this attacks, then you get a crit for each of your units with the same name as this guy. Very interesting. Sea Navigator Silver here is one of those cards. If you have a full board and you hit and draw 1, you got a Thermometer Angel, very cool. Counterblast 1 to look at the top 5 for grade 3. This is the Captain Night Kid. Counterblast 1 put into Soul to look at your top 10 and choose anything. Grand Blue, put it to your drop. And then finally we got ourselves the Demonic Dragon Berserker Garuda, who on hit can countercharge. Birth Shot Bethanol, we got another Kungal, another Gareth here, another Critical Hit Angel, and we got ourselves the Bailmains. Very nice. Knight of Superior Skills Bailmains. Alright, another Bright Lance, another Satellite, another Hercules, another Zombie, and oh, our triple rare is gonna be Gigantic Kaiser Vermilion. So this has Limit Break 4. You can Counterblast 3. And then until the end of the turn, this unit gets 2k power, and it battles every single one of your opponent's front row in one single attack. But if you have a non-Narukami Vanguard or Rear Guard, this guy actually loses 2k power. Very nice. Okay, little fighter Kron here, Dragon Monk, Moa, the Rocket Dash Unicorn. I always thought this card was really cool. We're gonna ourselves a rare here in the Riot General Givus here. Gigatech Commander, another Spark Dragoon, another little Battler Tron. We got ourselves another Happy Bell Nociel, and then a Photon Bomber Wyvern here. Really quickly, I wanted to go back to the previous pack and take a look at this Riot General Grievous, or Gyverus, whatever, who's a Mega Blast for Narukami, but has this insane effect that says, until the end of the turn, when a Narukami unit attacks, put the top card of your deck into your drop, and then if it was a Narukami card, the attacking unit gets 3k and an additional critical to the end of that battle. What? Insane. Got ourselves another Hex Cannon here. We got the Sacred Guardian Elephant Beast. I've not really actually looked at this card. Very interesting. So when this is placed, you can search for a Gold Paladin grade 0 and call it for Counterblast 2. Yikes. Almighty Reporter. We got ourselves the Aurora Ribbon Pigeon, and then got the Thunderstorm Dragoon. Very cool. Oops. Got another Red River Dragoon, Cup Brawler, Hanoi here, and then we got the Critical Hit again, and wow, very nice. We got the Halo Shield Mark. So this card, I was kind of looking curiously on TCG players to see what are like considered chase cards for this side, if any. And this one was actually pretty expensive for some reason. I don't remember if this was this or the SP, but this is the PG for Gold Paladin. Very sought after card way back when. Alright, Breakthrough Dragon, Waving L, another Rising Phoenix, very cool. Got ourselves another Flame of Victory, and we got ourselves the Player of the Holy Axe Nimue here, who just says whenever this attacks a Vanguard and it hits, you can counterblast 1. When it boosts a Gold Paladin, you can counterblast 1. Wait, if this unit, oh, so this is a grade 1 that has to be boosted, okay. Then if its attack hits, you counterblast 1, call the top card from your deck to open rear if it's a Gold Paladin. Oof. Another Providence Strategist, the Kung Fu Bolta, the Lizard Soldier Yoish, and we got ourselves the Greeting Drummer, very cute, and then we got ourselves the Beast Deity White Tiger. So I think whenever you can counterblast 1, put this to Soul. Whenever this hits a Vanguard, while it boosted, to then stand one of your Nova Grapplers that is specifically a Beast Deity. Speaking of Beast Deities, we got ourselves Scarlet Bird here, we got Holy Mage, Tortoise, Black Tortoise, another one of the Katarina, and we actually got him! Perfect. Wow, we got Ice Prison Necromancer, Cock-Ass Tits. This is Outer Orange's original husbando. So this guy says, no, not Counterblast, Limit Break for whenever this attacks a Vanguard, it gets 5k power. But on place, you do Counterblast 2 when this is the Vanguard, so then choose a Grand Blue unit from your drop and call it to rear. Very nice. And then we're going to go ahead and open up the very last pack for Breaker of Limits here. I think I only got a single triple rare, unless the SP was also triple, but that's a Mega Blast unit, so I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know if they did double rares in SP, but alright. We got ourselves Stealth Fighter here. We got ourselves Dead Charge Dragon, the Ladine. We got ourselves the Hades Steerman, and the last card is just a rare, unfortunately. Desert Gunner Ryan here, who says if you have an Arcami Vanguard, choose one of your opponent's rare guards and they cannot intercept to the end of that turn. Very cool. Got some pretty cool cards, not going to lie. This Cock-Ass Tits might be kind of interesting. See if maybe Orange wants this. I don't know. She probably already has a bunch of these, but cool. Alright, that's been the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little opening of Breaker of Limits, and hope you guys enjoyed the history video that accompanied this. We will in the future also be uploading some fight videos. I don't know if I've mentioned that at some point, but that's your reward for sticking around to the end of this video. We'll be doing some fight videos. I already have some of them recorded, and it should be coming out pretty soon. And we'll kind of be starting from reverse, starting from set 1, catching up to whatever the latest history video, and then those will all come out in the same week. But in any case, till next time, take care of yourselves and each other, play Vanguard, and have yourselves a damn good one.